I'm armed. Come on, man. That was like instant.
Deadly force is more than punching holes in a target with your gun. Deadly force involves your knowledge of the law, understanding of tactics, some moral and ethical considerations also. What you need to understand as far as deadly force is concerned, that this is the ultimate decision, maybe the most important decision you will ever make in your life. Make the right decision, you will live. Make the wrong decision, you may take the life of an innocent person.
Hello and welcome to Protect Systems Training Academy's Concealed Pistol Training Course. My name is Michael S. Klocko, attorney at law. This segment covers firearms and the law, including civil liability issues and the use of deadly force. This course meets the Michigan CPL requirements of Section 28.425J, Part 4, that states the following: firearms and the law, including civil liability issues and the use of deadly force. This portion shall be taught by an attorney or an individual trained in the use of deadly force, and your instructor is a qualified legal liability and use of deadly force instructor and can explain and answer any questions you may have. If you require more information or need legal advice and assistance, please call me at 248-390-3564. You may also visit our website at www.michiganccwlaws.com. Thank you.
In December 2000, the Michigan legislature made significant changes to Michigan's concealed weapons law. Public Act 381 of 2000 changed the standards for issuing concealed pistol licenses from a discretionary issue standard to a more standardized issuing standard. This video will introduce you to some of the basic provisions of this law, including amendments that took effect July 1, 2003. County gun boards have historically had the authority to issue, deny, suspend, and revoke a concealed pistol license. Under the new law, this responsibility will continue. But as of July 1, 2001, gun boards are now required to issue licenses to anyone who meets the requirements of the Act. Some of the basic requirements include: the applicant must be 21 years of age or older, a citizen or resident alien of the United States and a resident of Michigan, successful completion of a pistol safety training course, never been convicted of a felony or certain misdemeanors or have felony charges pending, not subject to certain court orders, has never been involuntarily committed due to mental illness, and does not have a diagnosed mental illness at the time of the application. As long as an applicant meets these and all other criteria of the Act, a concealed pistol license cannot be denied. The first step in acquiring a concealed weapons permit is obtaining an application kit. Applications are available at all county clerk's offices and at any county or local police agency. A CCW application kit consists of an application form, written procedures to obtain a pistol permit, fingerprint card, and contact information for current pistol training facilities. You may also access an application form and other information through the Internet at www.michigan.gov/MSP. Though the application kit itself is free of charge, there is a fee for processing the application. Before you file your application with the county clerk, you must complete a certified pistol safety training course presented by a certified CCW firearms training instructor and obtain a certificate of completion. Please note that granting a certificate knowing the person did not complete the course successfully or submitting such a false certificate is a felony punishable by 4 years in prison and/or a $2,500 fine. Return the completed application to your county clerk's office, along with your pistol safety training certificate and a passport quality photograph. There you will sign the application under oath. You will receive a copy of Firearms Laws of Michigan and sign a document of acknowledgement. After filing your application and paying your application fee, you must be fingerprinted. Take your fingerprint card and a receipt from the county clerk indicating payment for your application fee to your local or county law enforcement agency. Your fingerprints will then be taken, and you'll be required to pay the appropriate fingerprinting fees. Your fingerprints will be forwarded to the Michigan State Police for processing. Once your county gun board receives the report from the state police, they will issue or deny a license within 45 days. The CCW license includes basic information about and a photograph of the license holder. Each license also has a unique number and is valid for 5 years. Temporary licenses valid for shorter lengths of time may also be issued under certain circumstances. The back of the license includes the license holder's signature. Once issued, your CCW license also serves as a permit to purchase a pistol, but you are still required to complete a pistol sales record form at the time of the purchase. Copies are available at the Michigan State Police website. There are certain requirements and restrictions a CCW license holder must be aware of. First, as a license holder, you are required to carry your CCW license whenever you are in possession of a concealed pistol. When stopped by a law enforcement officer, you should immediately disclose that you possess a concealed pistol on your person or in the vehicle. You are required to display your CCW license and a valid Michigan driver's license or state identification card when requested by a law enforcement officer. Violations of these requirements are state civil infractions, and a citation may be issued with fines ranging from $100 to $1,000. The weapon is also subject to immediate seizure.
Whenever a police officer conducts a traffic stop of a motor vehicle and there's a pistol involved, the police officer is going to want to establish the circumstances surrounding the pistol for your safety as well as his. Here are a few things that you as a motorist can do to assist the officer during this traffic stop. First, keep your hands where the officer can see them, and if it's at night, turn on your vehicle's interior light. As a courtesy, tell the officer that you are in possession of a CCW holder's license, even if you do not have your pistol with you at the time. In certain circumstances, an officer may take temporary possession of your pistol to ensure his safety and yours. The pistol will be returned to you at the end of the traffic stop, providing there is no CCW violation. And finally, during the traffic stop, this is not the time to argue the constitutionality of the stop with the officer.
The use of alcohol or a controlled substance while carrying a concealed pistol is a significant issue under this legislation. A CCW license holder may not carry a concealed pistol while under the influence of alcohol or a controlled substance, or while having any bodily alcohol content. Acceptance of a CCW license constitutes implied consent to a chemical test. If an officer has probable cause to believe a license holder is carrying in violation of the alcohol provision, they may require a chemical test of breath, blood, or urine. Bodily alcohol content of .02 to .07 is a civil infraction, and a citation may be issued. The officer may seize the pistol and release the subject if circumstances allow and it is safe to do so. The CCW license may also be subject to a 1-year suspension. A bodily alcohol content of .08 or above is a 93-day misdemeanor. The officer may seize the pistol and arrest the subject. The license may also be suspended or revoked. Any results of a chemical test or refusal to take a chemical test shall be reported to the gun board in the county that issued the license. A license holder with any bodily alcohol content is not in violation if the pistol is properly secured in the trunk or otherwise locked in a container and separated from the ammunition. The CCW law outlines specific areas where license holders shall not carry a concealed pistol. These pistol-free zones include schools or school property. An exception is allowed for parents or legal guardians while in their vehicles dropping off or picking up their children. Public or private daycare centers and private daycare centers. Sports arenas or stadiums. A licensed bar or tavern where the primary source of income is the sale of alcoholic liquor by the glass and consumed on the premises. Any property or facility owned or operated by a church, synagogue, mosque, temple, or other place of worship, unless allowed by the presiding official. Any entertainment facility that the individual knows or should know has a seating capacity of 2,500 or more. Any hospital. Any dormitory or classroom of a college or university. Any casino. The penalties for carrying in a pistol-free zone include seizure of the pistol as well as the following. First offense, a $500 fine and 6-month license suspension. Second offense, a 90-day misdemeanor, $1,000 fine and license revocation. Third and subsequent offenses, a 4-year felony, $5,000 fine and license revocation. CCW licenses issued prior to July 1, 2001 are still valid until their expiration date. However, those licensees are also subject to the restrictions established under Public Act 381. There are many criminal statutes associated with possessing or using a firearm. Because you will receive and sign for a copy of Firearms Laws of Michigan, you will be held responsible for knowing about these criminal statutes. Some of these statutes include brandishing a firearm in public. This means to wave, shake, or exhibit a firearm in a menacing or challenging way, a 90-day misdemeanor. Felonious assault, which includes threatening someone with a dangerous weapon, a felony. Involuntary manslaughter, gross negligence with a pistol that causes the death of another. Murder, an assault where the suspect intended to kill the victim without justification. You may also be held criminally and civilly liable for any harm caused by a person less than 18 years of age, gaining unsupervised access to your unlawfully stored pistol. There's a mandatory 2-year imprisonment for committing a felony with a firearm. You should familiarize yourself with these and other statutes found in Firearms Laws of Michigan. You do have the right to use force and even take a life to defend yourself or others under certain circumstances. Under Michigan law, self-defense is allowed if you honestly and reasonably believe that you or someone else are in danger of being killed, seriously injured, or forcibly sexually penetrated. Deadly force cannot be used to protect yourself against the threat of a minor injury or to protect property. Civil liability is another significant issue that a CCW license holder must be aware of. Shooting someone or even shooting at someone can be the basis for a civil lawsuit for money damages. You may also be sued for negligence. If a pistol is used, even in self-defense, it is likely your insurance policy's exclusionary clause releases the company from indemnifying you and the legal costs of representation if you are sued. If you are involved in a shooting incident, immediately get medical help for anyone injured. Call 911 and give your exact location. Describe what happened. Describe yourself. Upon arrival by police, understand that they will not know if you are a legally armed citizen defending yourself or an armed suspect. Follow an officer's directions and cooperate while the scene is being secured. Let's briefly review some key points. Always carry your weapon safely and store it properly when not in use. If you hold a CCW license, you must carry your license whenever a pistol is in your possession. During contact with police, you must inform the officer if you have a pistol in your possession. You may not carry a concealed pistol while under the influence of alcohol or a controlled substance. Carrying a concealed pistol in a pistol-free zone is prohibited. There are many criminal statutes associated with possession or use of a pistol. You are responsible for familiarizing yourself with them. Seek legal counsel prior to carrying your pistol. Remember, the right to use deadly force to defend yourself can only be used under certain circumstances. You are encouraged to do everything possible to avoid a situation calling for the use of firearms. If you are involved in a shooting, call 911 immediately. Remember, when police arrive, follow their instructions and cooperate while they secure the scene. Be aware that you may be held liable for the use of a firearm. Your insurance policy may or may not cover your actions. Check your insurance policy for coverage. This has been a brief overview of the CCW legislation and issues related to legally carrying a concealed weapon. This is not meant to be an all-inclusive summary. Keep yourself current on changes to the law and regularly go to the shooting range and practice with your pistol. Through a cooperative effort between police and citizens, we can make Michigan's CCW law work.